I want to talk about love. It has been on my heart, and it is all about the mission of your unity.
I use the word unity is embracing where you are about and community around you.
And so my point of departure is always stems from my faith.
Whatever's going to happen, God's people are going to be all right. And I want us to pause and just reflect on that one thing, that word love. It's 4 letters, such a short word, but it means so much.
And that energy naturally exudes,
Yes.
and people are attracted to those things.
It's just another moment for creative thought, and I think that has to be put out there for people to understand.
We can't control the whole world, but we can control ourselves. If each of us chooses love and unity in our own lives, the ripple effect can heal communities, cities, and nations. Welcome, everyone, to Our Unity, a show that wishes to spread a spirit of peace and love in the world, one conversation at a time. We want to encourage you to open up your heart and open up your mind to building a relationship with someone who looks different than you. It is so important with the way the world is right now and how we connect with people through technology instead of, personal interactions, that we start to build some type of dialogue with others out there, those who are wanting to make a change in this world, those who may not look the same as you, but have the same ideals on how this world should actually be right now. I implore you to go out there and just start a conversation with someone different, someone from a different town, a different country, someone with different thoughts and different ideas than you. Trust and believe. I really think that it'll fill your heart. I do it every day or as much as I possibly can. And I think that if we all decided to do it, that this world would be a much better place. I am your host, LeShawn Walker. I'd like to welcome you in. Please like, share, and follow. Let everyone know that we're on right now. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful day. It's so beautiful outside. I am so excited about this new season that we're in. It is so beautiful, and I'm looking forward to the connections that I'm going to make in the next couple of weeks and months. The summer is here. It's so warm outside and everyone is out and about. And I think this is the perfect time that we just stop and we give a smile to someone that does not look like us. I think that it's time that we also travel to a different location, a different area, and get to know people of that community. Last couple of weeks, I've just been filling my heart with just connecting myself with others. The last show was about connecting with my daughter. We had a beautiful conversation about what it's like to be built on love and strengthened by truth. It was such an inspiring conversation. And I'm telling you, it has just warmed my heart that since that conversation that we had here on this show, that our relationship has gotten even better. It's become more apparent that we need to hold conversations with our youth and our children. And it's important that we also hold conversations with those around us. Don't let our only interactions be social media and, a phone call here and there. Let's get out there in the world and let's actually talk to each other. Let's share conversations. For Mother's Day, we went to church together, me and my daughter, and it was beautiful. And then afterward, we had a beautiful lunch or dinner. It was kind of late. We had a beautiful time just talking about life and talking about our ideals and talking about, just growth and becoming exactly who God wants us to be, all that God created us to be. It was interesting to know how spiritual my daughter was as well. I mean, I know that she's been on this path and this journey, but to hear some of the things that she said on the show a couple of weeks ago, it just blew my mind. She is growing in so many ways, and I'm just so happy and thrilled to see it happening right before my eyes. We had a discussion as well about how important it is for people out in the world to actually, have conversations with one another. like realize who each other is and where we come from, to actually start the dialogue on getting to know each other a little better. Tonight's conversation is going to speak to that actually. It's one I believe we truly need right now. And everywhere we look, you know, the world seems to be moving faster. People are carrying so much stress and division and fear and loneliness and emotional exhaustion. We all feel that in our lives, I'm sure, at one point or another. And especially now with everything that's going on in the world, we are also isolated from what's going on. We only watch the news. We only listen to what we care to listen to, but we're not opening ourselves up for a dialogue that's going to sort of build and strengthen the humanity of who we are. We are more connected through technology, as I mentioned earlier, than we are ever before. And yet somehow many people feel more disconnected from one another. So it made me think, what would happen if we slowed down long enough to really see one another again? I think that is so important. That's what my daughter mentioned. She was like, you know, I talk to my friends, but we don't see each other the way we used to. Even me and her living in the same house. And, you know, we have to etch out those moments to really spend time with each other. It's usually I'm on the computer, I'm working, she's busy, she's working. We just have enough time to say hello and have a good night to each other. And we have to stop that. We have to get in the habit of spending time with one another. So I wanted to do that today. I want the topic of the show to mean something to you as it means to me. And I'm going to talk to a wonderful woman who is doing so much in this world. She has made it her life's work to bring peace, unity, and love into the world. And I want to introduce you to her and all that she desires for us. But she's going to talk to us about how we can connect ourselves again, how we can rediscover our humanity together. So the title of the show is Soul to Soul, Rediscovering Our Shared Humanity. And we're going to speak to the amazing woman, BK Sabita Geer. She has served for over a decade as an NGO representative of the Brahma Kumaris at the United Nations in New York, supporting initiatives aligned with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Her work is rooted in the belief that lasting global change begins with a shift in human awareness nurtured through spirituality, meditation, and inner peace. At the United Nations, Sabita serves in several leadership roles, including vice chair of the NGO Committee on Spirituality, Values and Global Concerns, core member of the UN NGO Major Group Unitive Cluster, and co-chair of the Advocacy Subcommittee of the NGO Commission for Social Development. A dedicated meditation teacher for nearly 50 years, Sabita has led workshops, retreats, and spiritual courses throughout the Caribbean, the United Kingdom, India, the Middle East, and across the United States. Born in Guyana, Sabita has devoted her life to fostering human interconnectedness, spiritual understanding, and service to humanity through peace, compassion, and conscious living. So please help me welcome the impactful and the dynamic and amazing Miss Sabita Geer. How are you?
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, LeShawn, for that wonderful introduction and for this opportunity to be here with you and all your followers. I may say I'm
Yes.
doing pretty well. Little bit of a cold, but I'm doing fine. Thank you.
Yes, yes. She was originally supposed to be here in studio, ladies and gentlemen, but she wasn't feeling quite well this morning. And I didn't want to put you through all of that being here. I would have loved to have you right here on my side because I love this woman so much. But I'm glad that you're feeling better. You look amazing. And thank you so much again for being here to have this very important conversation. I feel it's so needed right now.
I do agree with you. And yes, I am glad to be here and thank you. And so lovely to see you. And I do feel that this, listening to your introduction of what you shared a little earlier,
Mhm.
I felt that this is a wonderful service that you are doing for the community.
Yeah.
And I congratulate you in advance for continuing this.
Thank you. I
Thank you.
appreciate it. Thank you. Well, I met this beautiful young lady at the Gandhi King Season for Non-Violence event. It's been a couple of years since I've been attending that event, and I know you have as well, correct?
Correct.
Yes,
Since
yes,
the past, since yeah, I've been attending every year since COVID, actually.
yes. It's an amazing event. I love what it stands for. Tell me exactly, how do you feel about that event, and what keeps you going there every year?
Mm. You know, there is something about the young people and what they bring
Mm,
to the table,
yeah.
and to see their vibrancy, their enthusiasm, their interest
Mhm.
to learn.
Yeah.
Because especially the Gandhi King Season for Nonviolence events
Yeah.
are focused around two main um, great personalities of the world,
Yes.
Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King.
Mhm.
And to see the interest of the young people, to want to learn more about these two great souls and the impact that they had in the lives of the world. So if they learn that, it means that hopefully, they will follow in the footsteps of such great leaders. So that is what actually motivate me to go to attend that event and be part of it. Is to even in the planning to hear their enthusiasm, of what they want to see, who should be there, and so on. It is very pleasing to the heart.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. I basically am there as a correspondent for the last 2 to 3 years. And that's what I love to see. I love talking to the youth and hearing how passionate they are, not only about, what the message is, but in spreading it and being the
Mm,
people that are going to take up the mantle and continue it outside
mm,
of that auditorium. And it brings such pleasure to my heart to see that every year, it's a different school there that is joining in on the celebration as well as the message. And just their enthusiasm, as you said, it's just heartwarming. It really, really is. And it keeps you wanting to go back because clearly we're making an impact, correct?
that's correct. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I love
And
that.
it is the John Jay College also that is very much part of it.
Mhm.
So it is also interesting that they show interest in something like this.
Yeah.
And yeah, I congratulate them for that, really.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. Well, we have you here, my friend, because you are the facilitator in your own right of peace building. You know what I mean? And being a change maker for this world and for society at large. And the title of the show, as we know, is Soul to Soul, Rediscovering Our Shared Humanity. I want to know from you, in a world where so many people feel disconnected and overwhelmed and divided right now, why do you believe human connection is more important than ever?
Mm, right. Growing up, and I'm assuming maybe similar with you,
Mhm.
because this technology thing only started maybe but 15 years ago, probably.
Yes.
So I guess we all grew up during a different times
Mhm.
where our means of connecting with each other was out on the streets or something like that, in our backyards or something, where we would actually meet with each other and play and chat and those things. Our parents would have neighbors over, our cousins would come over, we go by them. So we grew up with a human connection. Um, I guess somewhere, because of the various reasons, uh, we moved to different countries,
Right.
right? To find better ways of living. I'm assuming that this is what probably happened. So families got divided, families got separated. Maybe they lost touch with each other. And maybe that's where things like Facebook and so on became important.
Right.
And they use that as a means of connecting. If I remember correctly, that was what he said. That let us we need to know each other and get to understand each other and stay connected with our family and friends.
Right.
Unfortunately, whether it's by default or not, but whatever happened, we got so consumed with the social media that we forgot the importance, or not even the importance, but the necessity of the human connection.
Yes.
And the screen doesn't do it. This is why deep down I was so disappointed having to message you this morning to say I would not be able to come in.
Me too.
So the human connection is so important. But this started with something like any other invention. It starts off with a positive aim or goal,
Yes.
but somewhere it gets spoiled.
Yes.
And so today, we forgot that more important than the social media is talking to each other. A room of a family in a room, and they're all sitting watching um, their phones. Is not human connection.
No.
They're not connecting with each other.
Yeah.
So what you were sharing earlier about you and your daughter, it goes for each and every one of us. And that's why, after COVID and we got into this Zoom thing, at first it was, oh, well, we can stay connected. But I don't know about others, but I found myself being so consumed in meetings and events. And then I realized, that's not the way.
Yeah.
I need to get back. So I start to prioritize. I can't say I've mastered it, but, but
Trying,
I'm
right?
trying my best not to, get myself so consumed in Zoom meetings and so on. And I think at the UN we are also trying our best to have in person, or to encourage in person meetings,
Yeah.
and put emphasis on those who actually come and attend the events in person,
Yeah.
and not the emphasis on Zoom.
Right.
We have to take care of them, but take care of, honor those who are in the room.
Yes, and have that connection. And I think you
Yes.
brought up quite a few, important points earlier. We got to a point where, we're no longer having those family gatherings, and we're no longer coming together and seeing each other maybe once or twice a month to make sure that we're staying connected. Everyone got so busy. I mean, even in my family, it wasn't about us moving to different, countries. It was literally about us moving to a different block, and if we moved to a different
Right.
state, then we just lost connection, and everyone's idea of getting together was maybe for a birthday party, and unfortunate to say, for funerals. So
Mhm.
it's I think that just something that's happened throughout the time, and I think social media just highlighted it even more, because like you said, it was brought, I think it became something initially that was going to reconnect us to those
Mhm.
that we've lost, our relationships with or connectedness with. But unfortunately, it became our only means of connection at that point, and it's really, really sad. But we also, as you just mentioned, which I think is an important point to highlight, is that we also got busy within ourselves. Everyone is working, and everyone is trying to earn a living, and everyone is trying to achieve their best selves. And with that, sometimes
Mhm.
we just don't have time for those quiet moments of spending with the ones that we love. But I think it is so important that we
It
prioritize
is.
that. We really should prioritize
Mhm.
it. So, the title of today's show is Soul to Soul, Rediscovering Our Shared Humanity. What does that phrase mean to you personally?
Hmm. I love that. Love that. Our shared humanity is a favorite expression of ours. So I love that very much. And soul to soul also, because soul to soul is definitely the human side. You know, it's soul to soul means for me, I see beyond, if I may say, color, caste, and creed.
Right.
You know, all those external limitations
Mm-hmm.
are not important.
Right.
And I only focus on the truth within me and the truth
Yeah.
within you.
Yeah.
And the truth within me is actually the same as the truth in you and in everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we all yearn for the same thing,
Right.
because it's the truth in me is the same as the truth in you. So soul to soul is dropping all the defenses, you know, all the external things, the titles, the position, the color, the nationality. Drop all that and just be me.
Yes.
And I connect with just you. And so that's on one level. And when we do that, suddenly we realize that this world is not doesn't revolve around me only.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yes.
know,
Yes.
this world revolves around all of us, that
Yes.
we're all sharing the same planet.
Yes.
We're all breathing the same air,
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
the same sunshine, everything, the same earth we walk upon, the same
Mm-hmm.
food that Mother Earth produces is the same food we all consume. So when we realize soul to soul, then we also realize that we are a shared humanity, that
Yeah.
we're not, you know, we're not independent. We are independent as a person, but we're dependent or interdependent.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there is a beautiful hymn as a child growing up, I always used to like. Even I grew up as a Hindu, but I attended Catholic school, so we were exposed to a lot of um, Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the hymns I used to like very much is "No man is an island, no man stands alone."
Right.
And so that is exactly what our shared humanity, that expression means. That we're not alone,
Mm-hmm.
we're not an island all by ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that is very consoling, because in today's world, when so much is happening, and you suddenly realize, oh, it's not me alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it
Yeah.
doesn't mean that suffering is justified,
Right.
but it gives comfort
Yes.
that I have company, and there are others who understand,
Yes.
and
And
I can reach out to them. You know, something like that.
yes, no, I totally agree. Someone to lean on, someone to talk to, someone to understand, and you don't
Hmm.
feel alone in this world. I feel like when we isolate ourselves within a certain party or religion or idealism or any of those things, that we can become we can become lonely. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Hmm.
Up ourselves to what others are going through, what others think, what others feel, and realize that we really aspire to have the same things. We would be a much better world. We would have more humanity amongst one another. So I totally agree with
Yes,
that. I really, really do.
totally.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
totally agree
you
with that.
know, and I like what you shared a little earlier, and I like that
Mm-hmm.
heart
Yeah.
and the love,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
You know, somebody had asked me, we were talking about what could bring people together, like
Mm-hmm.
especially like religions, cultures, you know, and someone said respect.
Yeah.
If we respect each other. And then someone else said, more than respect is love.
Yes.
And I do agree with that. We need to respect each other.
Right.
But when there is that element of love, then the respect goes a little further.
Yes. I
You
agree.
know, right.
Yes. Well, me being a Christian and growing up knowing that God is love, and everything that
Mm,
he created out of love. He wanted even his people to be able to share in that and to give that to one another without any condition, to just do it
right.
unconditionally. And I really feel that that's what we've lost. You know, we're not
Mm,
doing anything without condition any longer, and it really breaks my heart to see, you know, where we are right now. But I love the fact that there's people out there like you who are working with the UN, who is part of the Brahma Kumaris, and who's also a spiritual person that's looking to make that change, to make sure that you're showing what that actual love, peace, and humanity should actually look like. So tell me about your work with the UN, and tell me how you became this spiritual meditative leader that you are, and a little about also Brahma Kumaris.
mm. Yes. Thank you. That's an interesting, good question.
Mm.
I still ask myself this, because many times people ask, what brought you to this? Because what you probably don't know is that I started on this spiritual path at a very young age.
Mm.
And so with those who would know would ask me, and I'm not sure that I can answer, I know the correct answer to that question. Um, I don't know if it was a calling or what, but I do know that, and I know this only because my school friends told me, that Sabita, you were always different.
Oh.
And and even as I said, I went to Catholic school, so the sisters there, I mean, they were teachers and so on. So after I left high school and so on, I met with a few of them afterwards. Of course, they want to know what you're doing. They're so happy to meet any of their students from their school. So when I met one of them, she told me, and I told her what I was doing. She said, I knew you would do something like this. It was in you.
Wow.
So whatever it was there. I couldn't recognize it, or maybe I didn't know it properly, but I just knew that I wanted to do something that would be so meaningful to the world, that will that, that will change the world. I didn't know what that meant, so I was wanting to follow up nuclear physics. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe God probably said, no, 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 that's not for you. That's that's not going in a direction of good, doing good for the world. So
Right.
somewhere I'm saying my stars probably got aligned elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I came across the Brahma Kumaris, this was over nearly 50 years ago in Guyana,
Uh-huh.
South America. There were many things that resonated with me. Their simplicity, their genuine feelings of making the world a better place,
Mm-hmm.
not putting themselves first, but
Mm-hmm.
putting others first.
Mm-hmm.
That we are one humanity. We are all children of God, one God, and we
Mm-hmm.
are all meaning all, regardless of color or nationality or whatever identity we give ourselves, but we are all children of one God. So those things kind of connected with me, and I decided to study it a little bit more. And many things I felt um, resonated with how I was feeling. So that spiritual journey and finding myself or my purpose was like going parallel.
Mm.
Because as I was studying more and more to understand the teachings of Raj Yoga, is what it's called. In that, I was also finding myself and
Right.
my purpose.
Right.
And as I grew up, it became a little clearer. And I came to the US to help in service to humanity. And of course, coming from a South American country to North America, and that is to United States of America, was a big shift.
Yeah.
Um, but I reminded myself, I'm here to serve. I'm here to share. Not that I know more or I'm better, but to learn, to understand, and to share. And then when I went to the UN, I found that their purpose and the people we work with, their mentality was very similar. So I find myself um, as a representative of the Brahma Kumaris participating in many of the NGO committees because that's where we got connected with many like-minded people. So even though we have our personal spiritual journey, but we are bringing to the table what's common and what would help to bring the change that we all want to see.
Right.
Bringing our expertise, then, in other words.
Yes.
And so, yeah, working with a part of the committees and bringing that message to the United Nations, which is a very political arena, but bringing the message of spirituality or values in the real sense. So they talk about a shared humanity, but really, what does that actually mean?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
To bring that to them in a way that they can connect,
Yes.
or they connect, but people in their arena can really understand that, yes, that this is what it is. It's not easy. It's a bit of a challenge, but we're getting there. I think. I
I
hope.
love that. I was going to ask you, like, what is one of your biggest challenges? Because I could imagine what you have to contend with regularly. There's so many personalities out there. There's so many different people with different thoughts on how this world should be and how people should live and what people should have and what people should think. And I know that there is a common thread to the UN's message. But spreading that and disseminating that to a world of millions and millions and millions of people, I know it can be a challenge, but I know the work is yet still fulfilling, right?
It is fulfilling. And the main challenge is, we, the peoples, know that if we want any country or the world to be a better place, somewhere we have to put aside our personal preferences, especially if we are in leadership positions.
Right.
If I'm in a leadership position, I've become a leader for a reason, is to guide and to lead, guide, right?
Right.
Upward journey, not a downward journey. And so one of the main challenges we are finding at the unit especially is how to reframe or reform or reframe the meaning of the word leader. What does a leader really look like or feel like? And so after many years, for the first time, the UN has asked openly for the NGO community to share their thoughts about what the Secretary General, the qualities of a Secretary General of the United Nations, what qualities they should have. Because this year is the year for selection.
Okay.
And so not only they asked us openly, but they allowed us to attend
Oh, wow.
the hearings
Okay.
and to share also. And so we got the opportunity to say, not everybody, of course, they were selective in who they were choosing,
Right.
but we came together and many of us had similar thoughts. And so we submitted our proposal. And to say, that these are the qualities, not that the current SG doesn't have them,
Right.
but this is what we are looking for in a leader.
Right.
And it was nice to see the president of the General Assembly listening. And she's really nice. She's a very nice person.
Oh, that's good to know. Aw. Well, how does spirituality, because I know that that is also in the forefront, of what you do with the Brahma Kumaris, help people navigate fear, uncertainty, and division in today's ever-changing world?
The word spirituality has many, I wouldn't say many meanings, but for different people, it could mean different things. And for us, it simply means, like I've said a little earlier, looking beyond what you see
Yes.
and the external. And it really means, for us, it means seeing the beauty that lies within.
Yes.
So if I can see my own beauty that lies within me, then I'll be able to see the beauty that lies within you and everyone else.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know, and if we can, we try to get that message out as much as we can in every way.
I love the way you said that. That was so beautiful. And it's so true. And that's literally what Your Unity stands for. Your Unity, the acronym is you. So it's if you build that peace, that unity, that love, that security within yourself, then you'll be able to share it with the rest of the world. You'll have no choice but to do that. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
But
exactly.
it starts literally within. Thank you so much for that. Well, many people are searching for peace externally, and while internally we're feeling so lost. We're feeling so lost and we're feeling unsettled, disconnected, as you know, we mentioned earlier. Why is inner peace so important in creating peace in the world, in your opinion?
Hmm. Peace, we believe that peace is our innate nature.
Mm-hmm.
And like I mentioned, right, the truth in me is the same truth in you. So
Mm-hmm.
if peace is my innate nature, peace is your innate nature, peace is the innate nature of everyone.
Yes.
So this is why we yearn for it,
Yes.
right? Because our world is not a very peaceful world. So we keep looking for it. Now, the thing is, because we've disconnected from that truth within ourselves, we
Mm-hmm.
tend to look for it outside,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? But where is the peace? It's right within ourselves.
Right.
So I have to stop looking out and start looking inward. But
Yes.
if I may add, people, because of all kinds of traumatic experiences or different kinds of not pleasant things that happen in people's lives,
Yeah.
sometimes they feel that, is they've lost their self-worth.
Yeah.
And so when we tell people look within to find peace, they don't want to look inside
Yeah.
because they're afraid if they look inside, they might not find something beautiful,
Right.
you
Yes.
know? And so that's what we also try to encourage people, remind them, don't be afraid.
Yeah.
When
Yes.
you look in, at first you might not see, and you might see maybe something not very nice,
Mm-hmm.
but it's okay. Look a little deeper, go a
Yeah.
little deeper, and you will see your beauty. You
Yes.
will see your light.
Yes, yes, I agree. I think we are afraid to kind of, see the chaos that exists within us because of what you mentioned, the traumas that we may have experienced, the low self-esteem and the lack of confidence that we may have in each other. But if we dig a little deeper, if we go deeper into our souls, we'll be able to find that and kind of put and pull that out. And I think that it's about our awareness and our consciousness as well, and
Right, right.
are. So in that, what do you think humanity needs to become more conscious, of
Mm.
themselves and what's around them and what's needed from them?
And for that, we encourage people to take time out.
Mm.
It's so important to take time out. As they say, go smell the roses,
Yes.
go for a walk
Yes.
in nature, right? The walks in nature are about second best.
Mm-hmm.
And even before that, because we may not always be able to go take a walk in nature, but even before that, to take pauses. We call them pause for peace,
Mm-hmm.
or we call it traffic control. So take few pauses as many times throughout the day. Just take like a deep breath in and realign with your own truth, your own beauty, ever so often.
Mm.
In the midst of things, you can take that little breather for yourself. Just like the body needs a sip of water maybe more than a sip, a glass of water every now and then. in the same way our minds, ourselves, our soul needs a little sip or little fresh breath of fresh air. So
Yes.
give ourselves that. We call it pause for peace.
Yes.
And
I
take
love
many pauses.
Yes.
So I encourage people to do that because, if I say meditate, then people will say, oh, we don't have time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we have time for taking just a pause, a deep breath, relax, realign 10 seconds,
Mm-hmm.
and nobody will miss that you were not present for 10 seconds.
I agree. I agree.
Right?
I so agree. You know, me, in my spirituality, in my Christianity, my pause for peace is to actually take a moment and just, as you said, breathe, but pray. You know what I mean? Even
Yes, pray and
I
right.
even have on my phone, like I have to stop at certain intervals of the day and just give God the glory. You know what I mean? To realign myself with him and with myself as well, and realize that everything that's going on around me is not as important as me being whole, me being at peace, and me being safe within who I am through him, So
Yeah, it's very important.
I love that you said that, pause for peace. And I'm going to start sharing that. I'm going to take that from you, my friend. I'm posting that on Insta.
Yes,
We're going
we
to have
do.
like a pause for peace moment at least once a week. And I get we should do it every day, like that drink of water. But at least once a week, we should be conscious of the fact that that's what we're
Yeah,
putting
a
forth.
little. I would say once a day.
Yes, yes, I agree. I totally
I would
agree.
say
Thank
once a
you. So
day.
you are so calming. And look, I know that meditation is one of your specialties. And again, Christian spirituality and meditation, it is meditating on the word of God, meditating with God, meditating just within the confounds of the spirit of God.
Right, exactly.
Know that for meditation is huge for you, and aligning yourself with your inner self. So I don't know if the world knows or you guys out there know, but it is World Meditation Day coming. I think it is May 21st. You could put up our graphic for it. And I want you to share with me and the audience what World Meditation Day is, but what meditation in itself means before we run out of time to you.
Well, meditation actually means realigning with
Yes.
our own truth, with our light,
Mm-hmm.
to the point where I begin to feel that goodness inside myself. So it begins to surface, it begins to emerge. And as it emerges, I will be able to now use that positive energy to influence my life. That is what meditation is. So it
Mm,
is a little bit more than just visualization. Visualization is like one step, is like the first step. So the meditation takes you a second step where you actually allow the feelings of peace that you are feeling inside yourself to rise up, to emerge, so that it begins to influence, whatever it is you say or do,
mm,
whether it's peace or love. And you can also bring this supreme being into the picture too,
yes.
as the source. We
Right.
see the supreme as the source. So the source of goodness, the source of peace, the source of love. So I'm not doing this on my own. I'm doing it in partnership, in company with the supreme. And so meditation actually is a means to remind us that we have it inside of us, whatever it is that we feel we're not sure that we can do, it's there. And meditation allows us to tap into that and emerge it.
I love that. Can you share with us just for a few seconds what your meditation sort of process is?
Mm,
Um,
mm,
and help us understand how we can sort of implement that into our day, even if it is for 30 seconds.
mhm. Okay. So if you're going to do that, um, we try to keep both feet on the ground if you're sitting,
Okay.
right? Both
I'm doing
feet
it
on the
right now.
ground, your hands on your lap, and to take a deep breath in so that because when oxygen comes in, the head becomes clear too, because the oxygen goes to your head, you know. So let's take a deep breath in and release. And as you take another deep breath in, allow your body to relax. And as you watch your breath in and out, the body relaxes, the tension releases, all other thoughts fade into the distance, and you are more present in this moment. Being in the now, in this moment, turn your attention inward and connect with your inner light. And as you connect with that light, remind yourself, I am peace. I am peace. And as I feel that peace within myself, I consciously allow that energy to spread throughout my body. And as I come into action, I will bring this peace with me so I can share it, I can be it. Take another deep breath in and release. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Oh my God. I think it's your voice too that just, it just makes you feel that calm, you know,
Right.
and that,
And
that
with practice, it becomes easier, you
yeah,
know?
no, I love it. I love it. And I think that we do. We need to take moments daily to just feel that. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
you can literally feel it if you really quiet your mind and you quiet the noise, the external chaos that's going on around you. If you quiet
Mhm.
that down to a silence, I think that you'll be able to really enjoy every moment of that meditation and really
Right.
be able to
And you know, that's why the breathing is
yeah,
important,
yeah,
because we don't breathe deeply sometimes enough. So
yeah,
when we breathe deep, the oxygen rises to the head and it begins to relax the body.
yes, and clears
It's
it of
amazing.
everything. It is. It really,
Yeah,
really is.
yeah.
It has to be that deep, intentional breath. You know what I mean? You
Mm-hmm,
have to
mm-hmm.
know that this is what you're seeking is to actually release something from within in order
Right.
for you to be. I totally get it. I love it. Thank you so much for that.
Thank
I
you. You're welcome. And if I may just add one little thing, you know, I mentioned I am peace, but maybe at the moment you might, depending upon the situation, you might need to be more loving.
yeah,
So you can tell yourself, I am love, or I am compassionate. Whatever is the need of the moment,
yeah.
you can inject that in yourself. I
I
just
love
want to
that.
add that.
Oh God, audience, please, every time you get an opportunity, especially when you're feeling up in arms, if you're having anxiety or you're just feeling
Mhm.
overwhelmed, it is so important that you take that moment. In addition, obviously, you're pulling from your spirituality and your relationship with God as well. You're saying
Right,
very things that He put in you. I am love, I am peace, I am compassion, I am all of those things, and it comes only from one source. So I love that.
right.
Thank you so much for that. Well, let me ask you. You mentioned the compassion and obviously the peace within. What role does compassion play in healing humanity and bridging the divisions that we're seeing in society today?
I'm sorry. I had to take a sip of water.
No problem.
Yes. um, what role does compassion and unity?
Yes.
Okay. Because many of our brothers and sisters, if I may say so, right, of a human family,
Yes.
may not be able to emerge that feeling of love and peace within themselves because of whatever is their circumstances.
Mm,
If I can emerge it within me, let me do it.
yes. Yes.
Don't let me wait for the other person because I don't know their story. Maybe they're struggling to even get there. Maybe they're not even aware
Right.
that they are beautiful. If I'm aware and I can be like that, let me do it.
Yes.
Yes, I understand that we need to protect ourselves because people can be very, needy and keep taking from us and not wanting to be dependent.
Right.
Like, that just like parents and children, you grow your children up with the hope that they become independent,
Right.
but you are there to support them,
Yes.
but they need to be independent, right? In the same way, we are all brothers and sisters, and so we are here to support each other. So let me do that to the best of my ability. It will help to bridge it. The other side may not meeting me halfway, right? They may not meet me anyway at all.
Yeah.
But and that could be a challenge. But do not give up. Do the best you can, and protect yourself. Eventually, because I always feel once we are doing the right thing, doors open, windows open, something else will open to make you feel that what you are doing is purposeful, and you
Yes.
don't have to keep trying to help people and they don't appreciate the help.
I get it. I totally understand. And you're right. And I love that. And it's about each brother and sister, even if you don't want to give back or to extend that hand to me, let me not counter that without extending my hand to you. Like you must reach out because it's not about what they do to you, it's what you do.
What
So
I'm doing for myself,
exactly.
as
So
Christ said,
yeah.
right? Doing unto others is doing unto me.
Exactly. Amen. All right. So, my last question, my friend, is
Okay.
through your work and travels around the world, what have you learned about what human beings truly need at the core?
Hmm. I would say love.
Yeah.
Love in the truest sense of that word.
Yes.
Just love. No conditions.
Yeah.
Just accept. Love with an acceptance for who they are.
Mm.
No judgment, no explanation, and it's just love.
I agree. I agree. Oh my God, I could talk to you for hours. I'm so serious. We got to have you back,
I
my friend. We
This
really
is
do.
beautiful. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much for being here. I want to know what would you like to leave us with before you go?
Never give up on yourself. You have more than you probably even realize. And with the help of the universe, or for those who believe in a higher power, nothing is impossible. And we are not alone. We are together and we are here to support each other.
Yes.
Reach out. There is always someone who will be there for you.
No, I love that. And you're so right about that. We're not here alone. We have each other to rely on, depend on if we just give ourselves that opportunity. And as you said, reach out to one another, connect with one another. This has been such an impactful conversation. I thank you so much for the meditation. I think that a lot of people could, gain something from that. We're living in such this fast-paced world that we don't slow down enough to get to feel what is around us, let alone feel what's inside of us, you know? So it's important that we're able to take those little moments and just and sit with ourselves, and you've showed us how to do that. So I appreciate that. I really do. So thank you so much. We're going to put up your information where we can reach out to you. Um, she is the beautiful Sabita Geer from Brahma Camaris, and she works with VUN. You can email her if you want more information on the organization, the World Spiritual University. And you can also follow them on IG as well. And on YouTube, what is on YouTube exactly? I didn't get a chance to check that out, but what do they got on YouTube?
The YouTube channel will have our major events that took
Mm,
place at the UN. So it kind of the full events, maybe an hour or a little more, but
okay,
whoever is interested, they get a kind of a taste. And some of them are very interesting. They talk about consciousness, talk about spirituality, talk about various things. And also there is some shorts by some young people.
I love
So there's
that.
a variety of things there.
All right. Well, thank you again so
Thank you.
much, BK Sabita Geer, for being here. I so appreciate you. We're going to get real quick to the Dare to Be You.
See you.
No, don't leave yet. And the Dare to Be You is dare to see yourself in others, dare to lead with love instead of division, dare to listen deeper, care harder, and shine brighter. Dare to be the reminder that humanity is strongest when we stand together. And that is exactly what our amazing guest has shared with us today. Let's remember that we are strongest when we stand together, when we come together as one, when we listen to one another, when we connect with one another, when we love one another, which is far more important than anything else. I'd like to thank my amazing guest, the beautiful BK Sabita Geer, for being here. We're gonna have her here on the couch the next time we have her on the show. But I like to thank you so much. You've been a wealth of information, and you've just been not only impactful and powerful person to speak with, but a peaceful person to have a conversation with. And I truly enjoyed it to the depths of my soul. So thank you so much, my friend. I like to thank you guys for tuning in to another fabulous episode of Your Our Unity. Please remember that you're our unity. No unity can be had, no peace can be had, no love can be had until it starts with you. Peace and love is in the palm of our hands. So let's go out there and be some love, give some love, and just share some love. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. And please remember that I love you, and say good night. Say good night, Sabita.
Bye bye to all of you. And thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
having me on your show.
All right. Have a good night.
Good night.